Behar is not trying to lose her job, all right? Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe and click that bell button so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I'd really appreciate if you do subscribe and do click the bell. I want to thank for the 2 people that joined Patreon last night or whenever you did it yesterday, patreon.com/JOA. I'm trying to get my 500 people. I know I have at least 500 supporters out of the 33,000 subscribers that I have. So I sincerely, honestly would really appreciate it if, I am worthy of your $5 a month. That would sincerely do mean a lot to me. I do ask icebreaker questions on my channel, and as well, I do post daily videos. And today's icebreaker question is this. Do you think a LGBT person or a trans person could be a traditionalist? And I'm asking this because, well, you're gonna have to watch the whole video for you to understand what I'm talking about. All right. So let's get started with as well. I want to say that if you're a business and you're interested in YouTube advertising, you're an actual business that pays your bills, you're in that growth period, okay? You're not just starting, like a full-time type of business, and you would like to advertise on YouTube. Only don't send me personal emails, y'all. This is a business inquiries, serious inquiries only. JOAmedia1@gmail.com, okay? JOAmedia1@gmail.com. As well as my Twitter, Jordan Show, my Instagram, JOA_media. If y'all have personal stuff y'all want to tell me, tweet me there or Instagram me there. I want y'all to watch this video with Joy Behar, and we'll come back with some more.
State of California, the state that gave us celebrity political candidates like Ronald Reagan, Clint Eastwood, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and maybe adding a name to that illustrious list. Reality star Caitlyn Jenner just announced her plans to run for governor. Okay, so is she in any way qualified for this job? I would go along with that. I think that she should take a seat and let somebody with the credentials take over a major state like California. I mean, look at Biden, who has so much experience and he's doing a fantastic job. There's your evidence right there. So first of all, let me apologize for my pronoun mix-up. I think I just didn't get enough sleep last night. I had no intention of mixing them up, and I tried to correct it immediately, but whatever, it just came out. So I'm sorry if anybody was upset by that.
Yeah, I think that mistake was with Joy Behar. Even sometimes I'm even thinking whether if I should call someone a girl or because it's just like I'm a traditionalist as well. And I'm still just going along to get along or going along to process this new world we live in where, we get criticized for mistakenly not calling someone the correct pronoun or just calling someone a pronoun that they were born with. I'm still trying to get used to that. No disrespect towards the trans, community or anything, but it's just I'm still getting used to that as someone that grew up in a traditional household. And I just, if you want to be a fairy or whatever and ferry on around the streets, go ahead and be a fairy and wrong word. If you want to be a reptile or you want to be any type of animal, a pig, a dog, whatever, if that makes you happy, whatever. Okay. But Caitlyn Jenner said, as Californians, we face a now or never opportunity to fundamentally fix our state before it's too late. Taking on entrenched Sacramento politicians and the special interests that fund them requires a fighter who isn't afraid to do what is right. I'm a proven winner, and the only outsider can put an end to Gavin Newsom's disastrous time as governor. Okay, so her running really doesn't sit well for me. But then again, I'm not a Californian, but that doesn't mean I can't sympathize with them. I don't think she's qualified to run. I despise that Trump just made everyone in the acting field, in the media arts type of field to even consider running for president. This goes back to me saying I'm a traditionalist. I don't believe somebody with no experience, that don't have the proper education or proper experience, should run in politics. Okay, I just sincerely don't feel that way. I'm hoping that, or at least on a bright side of it, I also do believe anyone that does run that's in that field, entertainment field, is a better person than Trump, or is a better version than Trump. At least I hope so. And so there's actually a trans woman. Her name is Charlotte Clymer, and she is a LGBTQ activist who has actually been vouching to replace Meghan McCain on The View because she's a conservative trans woman. She said this is the largest, most widespread onslaught against trans rights and certainly specifically trans children that we have ever seen. Given Caitlyn Jenner's interest in running for governor of California, you'd expect her to speak out on these things, but she hasn't really been out there. So Caitlyn Jenner is actually a Republican conservative, and she calls herself a traditionalist. And she has been a Trump supporter until, like Sunny was saying on The View, until Trump's just his commentary towards trans being in the military and stuff like that. And I do recall her 5 years ago on the Ellen DeGeneres show telling Ellen that she was not for gay marriage and that she's a traditionalist. And so that kind of just like made me confused even more because, look, I am still getting used to this notion of calling a man that goes into a woman she or I'm not. And then it's like, do we have this non-binary thing now? And it's like, okay, if someone is a trans now and they don't want to be called a she or a he, it's like pronouns. I'm just like, this is some type of robotic dictatorship type of, brainwashing things that we have to just be politically correct now. And I'm not for it. And there were actually homophobic comments, if you want to call homophobia, if you want to, because my icebreaker question was, can a transgender person be a traditionalist? And a lot of people were calling her a hypocrite. A lot of people were saying she's a traditionalist. She needs to look in the mirror because she's trans. So those type of comments are homophobic as well. Let's just call a spade a spade. I want to play the clip so you guys can see it, and I'm going to come back with some more.
Conservative, and you have been very conservative. You've said you're Republican, and
is that a bad thing? Yes,
no, it's not. Look, the only thing is, a lot of Republicans, I don't want to speak for everyone, would vote against all the issues, that you as a woman and you as a trans person would want someone to support.
I agree with that in some cases.
And same-sex marriage.
Gay marriage. I have to admit that I remember 15 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever it was, when this whole gay marriage issue came up. At first, I was not for it. I mean, I thought, I'm a traditionalist. I'm older than most people in the audience, I mean, I kind of like tradition, and, it's always been a man and a woman. And I'm thinking, I don't quite get it. But as time has gone on, I think, like a lot of people on this issue, have really changed your thinking here to I don't ever want to stand in front of anybody's happiness. That's not my job. Mm-hmm. Okay? If that word marriage is really, really that important to you, I can go with it. And
it's funny because you're still kind of a little not on board with it.
No, I'm on board. I mean, it is going to be pretty much the law of the land.
Right.
So I still feel like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand in front of somebody's happiness.
Right. I just think that it's, and obviously marriage is an important word because marriage is marriage and equality is equality. So if we want the same word that everyone else has, it wouldn't be civil union. It would be. Right. So equality is important for all of us. And I think that's what you're fighting for with what you're doing. Everyone keeps talking to you about dating, and you're saying you haven't even thought about it.
No.
You must have thought about it. You must have thought, okay, if I'm going to become a woman, am I going to date women because your whole life you've loved women?
Yes.
Or am I going to all of a sudden, just because, as you said, you're the same person, you just look physically different, are you going to date men, women? What are you doing?
This is, and we deal with it in our show, a tremendous issue in the trans community. It's a very big issue. And so many of them today transition at a very young age, and the whole dating thing comes in. Everybody wants to have a partner. Everybody would love to have a family. And for trans people, sometimes that can be extraordinarily difficult to do.
Right.
And so it is an issue that's big in the community. For me, I'm at such a different place in life. I already have too many children. Just kidding. Just kidding, But, I have 10 children. I've got my 8th grandchild in the oven with Kimberly. I have all these wonderful kids. I've kind of passed that stage in my life. But yes, would I like to find a partner in life to share my life with? Yeah, I'm sure I will at some point. Right now, I'm just very busy doing a lot of things and kind of just getting used to where I'm at and who I'm at. Mm-hmm. As time goes on, I'll kind of deal with that subject.
Will it be Candace?
Actually, Candace is backstage, but that's a whole nother deal.
All right.
No.
I don't know.
Speaking of,
y'all really hit it off.
No, Candace is great.
Yep.
We really have a lot of fun, and she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, Ellen just did not like that. You can tell because Ellen is condescending, and you can look at her face that she's not going to be back on that show. Caitlyn Jenner was not going to be back on that show. Although Ellen needs her own fixings herself with her attitude and her condescending ways. But you know what? It's like, do your thing. I know a lot of people, they have their things, their despises towards Governor Gavin Newsom with how he's handling the homeless problem, which literally has been the essence of California for decades. They got people going there thinking they could be an actor, actress, or singer. They end up homeless. They got people who just were in a lower socioeconomical status in California and them being homeless. And it just takes like celebrities like a Whoopi and, to have this kind of like comedic tour around California and to also vouch for like homeless people, that they're actually people that may have problems, whether it's mental illness, whether it's drug problems, whether it's being drunk, just because of shit that they went through in life. And they're just like you and I. They just, they are in a horrible situation in life. The homeless problem needs to be fixed. I know there's a big thing with the Republican Party that Gavin Newsom closed all small businesses, but kept his wineries open. That's just been this set thing, and him being criticized for going to a big gathering and so on and so forth. But as far as I know, it's like, do you. Like, if you feel like you could be a better person or a better running mate than him, then why not? Go ahead, and y'all got to kind of give this man a little bit of benefit of the doubt, because he's been the governor for 18 months. And if you take away the pandemic, that's only 8 months. And there's only so many things you could do during a pandemic besides closing businesses down. I don't like the fact that he had wineries open. I don't understand that. I think that's full-blown white privilege, white rich man hypocrisy. I know he's a Democrat, but that doesn't mean he's not, have racial ways or, kind of white privilege ways or whatever. But anyways, yeah, Joy Behar, like, she cool. Like, I don't think she meant anything by that. Sometimes, like, I may slip up. I haven't, I had one person that came on my live stream. I didn't slip up. I called her a she, but it's just like a slip. That's all. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Patreon.com/JOA. If you are a actual business, a full-time business owner, and you want to advertise on my YouTube channel, joamedia1@gmail.com. Only for business stuff. Don't personally email me. I keep telling you, but a lot of people don't follow directions and they don't watch the full video. Twitter, Jordan Show. I appreciate if you follow me there. Instagram, JOA_media. And if you're new, I'd hope you subscribe and click the bell and you share, you like, and deuces. Yay!